Why wait to see if you'll get something you like this Valentine's Day when you can go to BlueNile.com and find something you'll love? Whether you're looking to treat yourself to a little winter sparkle or show a galentine how much you appreciate them, Blue Nile offers a wide selection of high-quality designs, expert guidance, and free 30-day returns for the ultimate peace of mind. You can even design your own jewelry. Right now, save up to 50% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
American soccer fans, hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Stars and Stripes FC podcast. Donald Wine here, co-manager of Stars and Stripes FC, your source for all things U.S. national soccer teams, the player pools, and everything else American soccer. On this episode, the UEFA Champions League round of 16 is set, and Europa League also has its round of 32. We will find out who everyone is playing, and we end with a cool thing that one of our men's national team players is doing in the place he calls home. We start, however, with the Champions League. The group stage is complete, and the draw for the round of 16 was on Monday. A record 10 players were on teams that appeared in the group stage of the Champions League, and 8 of them move on to the knockout stage. We will take you through all of the matchups and highlight who our Americans will be playing. We start with Borussia Mönchengladbach. They take on Zach Steffen and Manchester City. That should be a pretty interesting matchup. Mönchengladbach got out of their group despite being the 4th seeded team in that group. Lazio takes on defending European champions Bayern Munich, who of course has Chris Richards. Atletico Madrid will face Christian Pulisic and Chelsea. Tyler Adams will hopefully get Leipzig to a final, but it's a big test for them as they play Liverpool. Porto will face Juventus. Weston McKennie looks to shine for the Bianconeri. Serginho Dest and Conrad de la Fuente will try to help Barcelona get past PSG. That's probably the monster matchup of the round of 16. Sevilla takes on Borussia Dortmund and Gio Reyna. And finally, the one that doesn't have any Americans in it, Atalanta will play Real Madrid in that final matchup of the round of 16. Some intriguing matchups there. Chelsea will have their hands full against Atletico. And as I mentioned, Leipzig and Liverpool is going to be a battle. Barca and PSG mentioned the biggest matchup of the round of 16. That should be a great one to watch. And Sevilla is a tough out for anyone in European competition. So Dortmund will have to be careful, and they're going to have to play well to beat them. Reyna will be one of those guys that factors in heavily into Dortmund's success in that round. Still, it's incredible to have so many Americans making impacts on almost half of the teams remaining in the competition. Plus, we have it set up where no Americans are facing each other in this round of 16. So, no need to have to choose between sons. We can root for them all and hope that they all make it. The round of 16 begins in February, and let's hope that these guys can keep it going so that the quarterfinals have plenty of Americans still around to dream of raising that trophy at the end of May. We also wanted to briefly touch on the Europa League competition. Their group stage is also done, and now they have brought in the teams that place third in their Champions League group. So now we have a round of 32. I will take you through those matchups, highlighting some of them that feature Americans. We have Wolfsburg against Tottenham Hotspur. Dynamo Kiev will face Club Brugge and Ethan Horvath. Real Sociedad will take on Manchester United. Benfica will take on Arsenal and one of the young guns on the team, Florin Balogun. Red Star Belgrade takes on Milan, Antwerp, and Rangers. Slavia Prague will take on Leicester City. Chituru Odunze will probably not feature for the Foxes, but he is a guy that is on the roster for Leicester City. Red Bull Salzburg, led by Jesse Marsch, has been doing very well in club and in Europe. They take on Villarreal. Braga and Roma, Krasnodar Dinamo Zagreb, Young Boys against Bayer Leverkusen. Molde and Henry Wingo will take on 1899 Hoffenheim. Granada against Napoli. Maccabi Tel Aviv against Shakhtar Donetsk. Tim Weah and Lille take on Ajax, who has Alex Mendez on there. Now, Tim Weah has featured heavily for Lille. He just scored last week, a great banger of a goal. Alex Mendez has not yet featured for Ajax on the first team, but he is listed on their Champions League roster. We don't know if he'll feature in Europa League, but it remains to be seen. And then finally, Olympiacos will take on PSV, who has Chris Gloucester. Unfortunately, Richie Ledesma is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. So there's your Europa League. There's your Champions League. We have a lot of players playing in Europe still and playing in European competition with the hope of raising trophies. Let's hope all of them are successful in getting as far as they possibly can, and hopefully one American will be lifting one of these trophies at year's end. We will be back after a quick break, but on the other side, we have a men's national team player who is doing an awesome thing to grow the game in the place he calls home. Stay tuned. We are back, and Tyler Adams, take a bow, man. The young midfielder and right wing back for RB Leipzig and the men's national team has decided to invest in the place he grew up, Hudson Valley, New York. Last week, the 21-year-old Adams led a group to invest in starting a soccer team there, the Hudson Valley Hammers. The Hammers will be playing in the United Premier Soccer League this coming spring, which is a developmental league mixed with semi-pro and amateur teams. It's unclear as to whether or not this team will be semi-pro, fully professional, or an amateur, but it will be where Tyler grew up. He grew up in Wappinger, New York, which is right in the middle of Hudson Valley. So good on Tyler for investing in development soccer and bringing a team to the place he grew up. To say this is something we're extremely proud of is an understatement. It would be great for more soccer players to invest in teams and keep that development going, to keep kids in their hometowns and give them the opportunity to realize their dreams of playing soccer. Someone there in Hudson Valley probably aspires to be the next Tyler Adams. And now they have a chance to play on a team owned by Tyler Adams while he still plays in Europe. More investment in the game is necessary, and to say that these young kids are taking an ownership, literally, in the future of the great game in the United States is amazing. So congrats to Tyler, and well done on investing in the game in Hudson Valley. Again, the Hammers will take the field this spring. You don't want to miss it. That will do it for episode 32, a quick one, of the Stars and Stripes FC podcast. A reminder to you all, if you have questions out there or suggestions for topics to consider, send an email to ssfcpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week. We hope you enjoy the rest of your week and weekend. And until next time, take care.